Right now, some questions about a deadly Christmas meal served in Mexico. Authorities suspect a drug cartel might have laced sausage with cyanide at a drug rehab center in Guadalajara. 5 people are dead, dozens are injured. Is it another escalation of the violence ripping Mexico and our border? John Walters is former director of the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy and executive vice president of the Hudson Institute. John, this is not the first time drug cartels apparently have gone after drug rehab centers. Why do they use them? Why do they target them?
Well, there's a couple of reasons. I don't know what they did in this case, but sometimes they use it to retaliate against individuals, their family and friends who may be in the center. Sometimes the center contains individuals that they believe may be informants, so they go after them. Even if they don't get the informant, these kinds of flamboyant displays of violence obviously are intended to frighten other people from cooperating with authorities.
But why a drug rehab center? I mean, sometimes they've gone in and shot up bars and places like that. Why go after a drug rehab center?
Well, many times the people who are selling drugs locally are also using and end up in a center. Many times, of course, the people who are drug addicted know people who are selling drugs, and they are used for sources of information, or they're affiliated with, or they have friends who are on the wrong side of a gang war, and so they get caught in the middle as victims because of their relationships.
You suggest that there may be a sort of perverse kind of news here because of what this attack might say about recruiting among the drug cartels.
Yeah, the extent to which this is linked, and we don't know the specifics, the extent to which this is linked to people who are now, being recruited directly or being used as foot soldiers for these cartels, that's a decline in their employee pool. They used to be able to get willing young men quite rapidly and easily. The extent to which in some regions there have been reports of them using people who are more drug addicted. Of course, that has been somewhat common in the United States for low-level drug dealers to come from the addicted and to be used because of their addiction. But in Mexico, there's been much higher rates of gang violence and young people who are just ambitious and try to make a life in the criminal realm. If they're having trouble recruiting those individuals, it shows the government may be stronger in those areas. And the government has been going after systematically the leadership of these organizations, and it has been slower than anyone would like. It's been frightening to watch, but they are making progress. I wish we would do a little more to stand behind them. The President, the Secretary of State, the Attorney General should repeatedly say we are with the Mexicans, and we should be more and more aggressive in joint operations that are not stupid like Fast and Furious.
Yeah. John Walters, who served as a drug czar under President Bush and now at the Hudson Institute. John, thank you.
You're welcome.